So it is already February. I feel like time has slowed down, yet it's still slipping through my hands. Not much happens here during these quietest moments of winter, the very heart of the season. During this time when there's still so little daylight and the days are extremely cold, it is important to take care of yourself. But this winter is also different for me because I'm now 6 months pregnant and I'm really starting to feel it. My body asks for more rest now, more quiet moments and more warmth, which sometimes gets tricky here in the north of Finland. I move a little slower, listening more closely to what I need. There's something tender about this season, about carrying new life through the stillness of winter, letting each day unfold softly, one breath at a time. Always lived quite an active life, moving and going, not necessarily rushing, but always doing something. And now this deep, almost imposed slowness is challenging me in a way I've never known. It asks me to slow down, to be patient, to sink into stillness and to discover a new rhythm, one that feels foreign yet quite necessary. I've tried to take this as a learning experience, approaching everything with curiosity and an open mind, rather than resisting it. It is, of course, easier said than done, but day by day I'm learning more about myself, about my endurance, my needs, and what I truly require in this moment. Each small insight feels like a quiet gift, a gentle reminder to honor where I am, exactly as I am. Luckily, I have always liked things that are slow, even a little mundane, the kind of things others might call boring. All the simple pleasures many introverts like me cherish. Reading, knitting, or just savoring the calm of my own home. So in a way, my body is now asking me to live as I've always quietly loved to. Slowly, mindfully, and with attention to the small, ordinary joys. There is a softness in this pace, a sense of ease that I often overlooked when life was busier. And now it feels like a gentle invitation to simply be. But as in many aspects of life, one kind of experience alone isn't enough. I also want to be outside, to feel the cold prickling my cheeks and to move through the crisp, crackling snow. If I can't go on long skiing hikes right now, I am learning to embrace the world closer to home in a new way. Noticing the patterns of frost on windows, the quiet hush that settles over the neighborhood in winter, the small paths through snow-dusted trees that invite short, mindful walks. There's a rhythm to it too, a reminder that even the simplest movements can bring a sense of freedom and joy. I'm not sure how it is in other parts of the world, but here in Finland, and especially in the north and outside the cities, being outdoors is an essential part of everyday life. And it doesn't really matter what the weather is like, whether it's cold or warm, raining or snowing, calm or stormy. And it's not always about even how we feel ourselves. Even when we're tired or under the weather, we still step outside for a little fresh air. Somehow it's just written into us. And for me, stepping out the door and being surrounded by nature, even just through the windows of my home, is perhaps the most important part of my mental health and overall well-being. I feel like this season, and especially this phase of my life, isn't for new things, for energetic innovation, or for taking big steps in any sense. It is more for staying cozy, staying in the familiar, and simply trying to navigate the inner changes that are unfolding right now. There's a quiet unfolding to it, like watching a landscape slowly reveal itself beneath a soft snowfall. Every day has its own rhythm, its own small revelations, and I find myself noticing the way light shifts across the wall, or the hush in the air before evening, or the faint smell of snow on the wind. It's not exactly about doing less, it's about experiencing differently, letting the ordinary world reveal its own subtle depth. A week ago, my husband, the dogs and I climbed up to the fells on one of the most beautiful winter days. Snow drooped from the trees, turning them into almost living creatures, and the fell wind sent light powder skittering across the landscape like tiny golden sparks.
Very beautiful location. Easy to walk as well. Planned to go with the skis, but apparently there's a good route, so might as well take the dogs with us and don't have to walk or ski in the deep snow. This is my love.
This is something we've done for years, but this time it felt like climbing Mount Everest or something. My whole body ached, maybe even a few tears. Maybe not from the pain itself, but from realizing something once so familiar had become almost impossible. And yet I was smiling, for the beauty around me and the sharp, present winter air. And in that moment, despite everything, I felt quietly alive, connected to the landscape, to the season, and to the small, stubborn joy of simply being present. And you know what? That's enough.